Hello. So today I'm going to be doing warm-ups on charcoal paper. I've done only a couple the past couple days. This honestly has been my favorite. I also did this ball and like this, but we are gonna start a whole new page today. And this is basically because, let me show you all the art supplies I have. So I have quite a selection. I have my razor so I can cut things. This is a soft charcoal pencil. This is the hard one. I have an 8B, a 2B, a 2H, and another 2B, and then just a 2HB. And then I have my kneaded eraser, I have my blender, and I have my little nail file I use to sand all of my things to a point. This is a really good example of it. I love like the versatility. But basically we're just going to vibe out and do a little sketching. Feel free to grab anything that you have at home and we will just get started. I'm not an expert in charcoal, but I do have a little experience. So usually you use the lightest one first, and then you use a slightly darker one, and then you go down the line, because then you can get like good variation. And with my, you can clearly see it's been used, but I have a dark side which I tint, and then I have a light side I try and keep clean. It's not fully effective, but yeah. And then this is my kneaded eraser. I've had it for years, so I use that. And we'll just get right into it. I'm just trying to loosen up my wrist. I started drawing, like you can see I only have like 2 pages done. I started sketching in here after I live in the US, so after a lot of stuff happened, I really needed kind of an outlet. So also I just started college, so I haven't had like a lot of time to just draw and just breathe. So I think it's a really good thing to, you know, just kind of force yourself to do your hobbies, especially when they make you happy. I know I took AP art in high school, and so it was actually, I loved it. Didn't like the teacher, but I loved we did a lot of figure drawings and people would pose for the class, and we could pose for the class as well. So it was kind of like, we know what both sides are like, which was really nice. And you know, it was a unique experience. Oh, what I loved was we used charcoal, but there was a difference between the charcoal pens and the charcoal pastels. So the pastels were very light, so you could like smudge them to get a line and everything, but the other stuff, the pencils, you had to like really, like, it was very much about line of action, especially in figure drawing. And I want to get back into figures, honestly, so that might be a future adventure. But, you know, just kind of getting, like, my vibes down right now. I learned this trick from, I forget who I saw it from, but basically you draw dots and then while you're drawing it, you look at this dot so you get a straight line. And I've found out that actually helps me warm up. And you don't have to get it right every time. But it also helps you, like, get your elbow warmed up as well. Oh. That one was better. Here, let's Alright, I think I've done enough warm-ups, so I'm gonna start sketching out a side profile and I'll find a reference. Alright, we will perfect this, but I added like a sort of base, and I'm also trying to loosely sketch out where I want my lines to be. One thing I really struggle with charcoal things is just not putting like immediate lines down, because it's difficult, because I mostly actually I only do like dip pen lining. I actually have it right here. It's my favorite. It's my favorite medium, so I'm very used to doing that. So, you know, also I'm not a realist, so this is not going to be fully realistic. But we can just sketch together and have a good time. I need to make that chin bigger. We have our like main part, so I think I'm gonna use the light side actually. I'm gonna blend out a little bit of the shadow. This is going better than I thought it would. I'm gonna blend out a bit of the shadow just to get like a little bit of depth. Oh, perfect. And then we're gonna slowly darken up some areas. I do need to sketch out where the eyebrows are gonna be. One thing that like I never really got until I started looking at references was how small the eyebrows can get when they're on the side, depending on the angle. This is like a profile but slightly tilted because you can see the other eyebrow. But okay, this section is all dark, so we have to shade that in eventually. And then we have the eye, then we have to look at the proportion between here and the eye, so it's slightly above, so we know the eye is supposed to be around here. No. And we can kind of zoom in to see. That's also one thing I really want to practice, is the blending I do between light and dark. That's really what I want to get behind and what I want to improve on. I went in with my 4B pencil just a little bit, and I think I'm gonna blend some of this out. This isn't the best paper I've used, but I inherited it, inherited it from my uncle, who also did a little art. So also I've been lightening. I lit up the nose, I lit up some of this, and I also want to lay right there. Also, I fixed the neck region just a little bit, because I wasn't vibing with it. And I don't think we're gonna do facial hair. There might be a very strong contrast, because I did start quite dark, so there might be a bit of a strong contrast, but I think I'm okay with that. Because again, no mistakes, happy accidents. I've been trying to prevent it from getting muddy, because I'm gonna start darkening up the areas around the eyes, the actual iris, and then the eyebrows. So I want to make sure before I start that I kind of de-muddy the rest of this. I just did this detail. That's kind of what I mean when what I want to practice is specifically like that shading right next to light, because it really shows that dimension. And like, we specifically have like spots of light on the cheek, and then the plane of the face kind of shows a separation between here and here. Yeah, maybe don't start as dark as I did. Or do as a challenge. Ooh, wait, okay, okay. Off camera, I tried it, and it did not work out. It was kind of shitty, kind of ass. Was that the dark side? I was like, that seems a little too dark. Okay, yeah. But so, I'm kind of just like slowly blending in those parts of, slowly blending in those parts of light. So I'm going in with the 2B right now. What was it? I ended up taking the side of my thing to even it out and literally just like going up and down. So I'm coming back in with those darks and like coming in with them so I can blend them out like a little easier. Also, I'm a perfectionist. So I'm letting myself make mistakes. I also don't want to like stress out the paper too much because this paper is delicate. Yeah. So but basically, when you put the, say, like 2H down, and then you put like a darker and harder one, it actually makes the darker and harder one even darker because they're meant to layer on top of each other, which is really cool. But frustrating when you can't figure it out. So I'm glad I had people to be like, you know, you don't have to press down like so hard with an HB, because I used to press down like so hard, and they're like, oh my god, you would benefit from, you know, not doing that. So, but yeah, and I'm starting to like this more. We're giving him plumper lips. It's okay. I'm sure he won't mind. Alright, we're definitely gonna darken this up. Probably should not be doing lines. Should probably be doing more circular motions. Okay, that looks better. And then I definitely want to shade under the face and then this area. Thank you so much for watching this video. Actually, the file got corrupted, so this is the final product. And I had to delete all the other footage because it was completely unsalvageable. This is actually one of my favorite videos I've ever made, so thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you have a great day. Bye!